The Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A carry here for Trevor Etienne. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Let's go. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Trap 60, trap 60.
McCarthy is set to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Charles, and I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Etienne once more. And not much running down to the 32. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. To the air with McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Crack on 80. Hey, no street. Hurt.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
On play action, now McCarthy to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here we go. Cowboy in. 19 Tigers. Quick.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down the 8. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is McCarthy. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Will Weichert on for the Vikings field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Lions at 12-4 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning.
Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
Vikings 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team. What will they do this offseason? What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
19,
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. They're going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Left first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle blitz in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The 26-yard line.
Come on.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Lions
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Stretch the eagle. Stretch the eagle. Stretch the eagle.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He completes it to Ridley. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you.
There's Rapola. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
The score, Lions 14, Vikings 6.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. A gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the left side, he finds to Slaw. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, it's all about creating.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is brought in at the 21. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Will be hit down at the 43, 5 yards on the play. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. McCarthy operating from the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up. The Lions. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is indeed good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Okay, ready? Let's go now.
The final shot before break. McCarthy.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one is pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
2nd and 11. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 13. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Get it.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. There's just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
brings up
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Back to throw. McCarthy. That's into the hands of Oliver. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Jack Campbell with a pick.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
McCarthy off the play fake. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 4.
Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 11. And the Lions 1st down.
3rd and 4 now. 3rd and 4. 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 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Come on, set.
Another run for Gibbs here.
Able to avoid it at the 40. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Let's go now.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
He'll look to throw.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions.
A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Vikings 6.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and they certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And take it right on the 30.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now McCarthy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try to add to this lead.
And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Draw play, ETN. And able to get this to the 31.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive.
Ready? Cougar 19.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.